Okay, this lecture is on verb phrases. A verb phrase consists of one or more helping verbs followed by a main verb. Any phrase is a group of words that are working together for one task. In this case, we'd have a group of words working together to function as the verb. So a helping verb is a verb that helps the main verb tell about the action or make a statement. Its job is to change the tense or to change active to passive, make a verb conditional, etc. The main verb is what decides if it's an action or a linking verb phrase. And it functions the same way as a single word would. If the main verb is describing an action the subject is taking, then it's an action verb phrase. And if the main verb is linking something in the predicate to the subject, then it's a linking verb phrase. So Henry has played basketball. Has played is your verb phrase. Has is a helping verb. Played is the main verb, and it's an action verb phrase. Monica will be acting in the school play. Will and be are both helping verbs. Acting is the main verb, and the whole phrase is an action verb phrase. Seymour is being loud right now. Is the helping verb. Being is the main verb. It's linking loud to Seymour. Loud is describing Seymour, so the whole thing is a linking verb phrase. This is your helping verb song, and I know you all know it, so I'm not going to go through it. I will just remind you that these are helping verbs when they are in a verb phrase. Some of these can be verbs on their own, and that would be different then. When you have a verb phrase, sometimes the words in the phrase are separated by adverbs, words like not, never, always, often, frequently, etc. And when there is an adverb in the middle of the verb phrase, you should not include it when you are identifying your verb phrase. So if you're being asked to underline the verb phrase, do not include the adverb. Betty should not have gone to the movies. You would underline should have gone, and not does not get underlined. You would not underline always and might always be. You would not underline never and could never understand. These are not verbs, they are adverbs, so should not be considered part of the verb phrase. And just as a note, if the word is not in the song, it should not be included in the verb phrase. These are the only helping verbs that there are. Helping verbs versus linking verbs. Some linking verbs, and I said this before, is am and are, and some forms of have, has, and had, can be helping verbs, or they can stand on their own as a main verb. When it stands as its own as the main verb, it is a linking verb or an action verb. It is not a helping verb. Uncle Steve is a chef. Is here is a linking verb. Uncle Steve is cooking a fantastic meal. Is the helping verb. Cooking is the main verb, which is action. The whole thing would be considered an action verb. Uncle Steve is being funny. Here is the helping verb, being the main verb, and it's a linking verb phrase. So this is different than these is. Here it's a helping verb. Here it is a linking verb. Your assignment is to write me a sentence that uses a verb phrase. Please identify the verb phrase, underline it, bold it, something, and then you need to specify which words are the helping verbs and which word is the main verb. There'll only be one.